This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with our college football pick show here for Friday, August 29th. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Lots of free picks over our channel delivered by myself as well as our team of cappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. Great channel to subscribe to. We have a live show here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It is the Tony Six Morning Show. The cappers join me, give out live free picks for the games for you with our live chat open so you guys interact with us with the comments, questions, and more. Check us out here on the live show. Give us a like and thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It really helps to build up our audience. If you'd like to support us even more, hit that join button. Become a channel member. Get early access to my videos and more there when you become the channel member. We are looking for cappers. You may apply. Send us an email. The forms on the homepage, or you can go to our live show and ask for a live audition. Then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, or a multi-capper site showcasing our top performers. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to long-term passes. You see our top performers up here, up on our leaderboards, by the way. For the leaderboards, guys like Sean Higgs up there. Mills has been hot. Rod up there as well. Guys you know from our live shows as well as our YouTube videos. Solo up there. Bittler, a big day. El Nino's latest free picks here. Send the page with best bets and more. We will be locked and loaded here for this card here on Friday with our best bets. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. So you're ready to roll here with our plays here for Friday's card. And our promo code TonyT at checkout knocks off that 15%. The link's in the description to get signed up. So let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. All right, we go with App State in Charlotte. This one for Friday. Game to be played at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. App State finished at 5-6 last year. Head coach Del Logans is in his first year with the program, which returns 2 starters on offense, 5 on the defense. It was a poor defensive team a year ago as they allowed 35 points per game and depended the run and pass poorly. Quarterback play was inaccurate, 55% completion rate. Charlotte went 5-7 a year ago for head coach Tim Albin, who's in his first season. That was not him. He's now in his first season. The 49ers returned 7 starters with 2 on offense. Poor play on both sides of the football a year ago. The 49ers surrendered 36 points per game with 439 yards. Opponents rushed for 5.5 yards a carry. On offense, quarterback play was horrific, 47% completion rate. A.J. Swan will line up a quarterback for App State. Swan saw significant time at Vanderbilt, then transferred to LSU last year and threw just 4 passes. He has a career 56% completion rate with 6.9 yards per pass attempt. Connor Harrell starts at quarterback for 49ers. Harrell, North Carolina transfer, who saw limited action the past 2 seasons, 61% completion, 7.9 yards per pass attempt. But there's a lot to fix for Charlotte. In the non-conference last year, they were outscored by nearly 20 points per game, failing to cover 3 of 4. Swan, he did face SEC competition in his 2 seasons with Vanderbilt. Pick here will be on App State, -5. All right, up next, we'll have Kennesaw State and Wake Forest. And here we go. Kennesaw State and Wake Forest for Friday. Kennesaw State finished at 2-10 last year for head coach Jerry Mack, and he'll be in his first year with the school. They returned 12 starters with 4 on offense. They will switch away from that option offense, though. Kennesaw State was 127th in scoring in all of college football, just 16.8 points a game. They rushed for only 3.1 yards a carry and completed 53% of their passes. Defensive numbers were poor as well. Jake Dicker is in his first season as head coach of Wake Forest. The team finished 4-8 last year and returned 11 starters. Even Deacons were poor defensively, allowing 34 points per game here, and with 445 yards. Offensively, they averaged 24 points, 3.4 yards per rush, 7 yards per pass attempt. Dexter Williams will start at quarterback for Kennesaw State. He transferred from Georgia Southern, completed 63% of his passes with 8.3 yards per pass attempt in his work here, in limited work. Robbie Ashford gets a start for Wake Forest. Ashford transferred from Auburn in South Carolina. In his college career, 52% completion rate, 6.7 yards per pass attempt. Now, Damon Deacon's strength is on the line, and their lead running back, high turnover, and a complete change of offense here for the Owls. In the non-conference last year, Kennesaw State was held to 12 points a game, losing all 4 games. Pick here will be Wake Forest, -17.5. All right, up next we'll have Western Michigan and Michigan State. We'll get that game up here in just a second. And here we go. All right, we got Western Michigan and Michigan State going off here on Friday night. Western Michigan finished 6-8 in 2024 for head coach Lance Taylor, who's in his third season with the school. The Broncos returned 7 starters from last year. Western Michigan was poor defensively in 2024 as they allowed 31 points per game, 5.2 yards per rush, 9.1 yards per pass attempt. They rushed for 5.6 yards a carry with a 71% completion rate, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Michigan State went 5-7. For head coach Jonathan Smith, who was in his second season. Spartans returned 15 starters with only 6 on defense. Michigan State continued their struggles running the football with 3.4 yards a carry last season. Accuracy was lacking in the passing game with 59% completion rate. The Spartans' defense held foes to 3.9 yards a carry, but 7.3 yards per pass attempt. Brady Jones will get the start at quarterback for Western Michigan. He is expected to split time with Brock Lowry. Jones played at junior college and is a transfer. Lowry is a sophomore who has not thrown a pass in the FBS. Aiden Childs gets the start at quarterback for Michigan State. Childs is an Oregon State transfer that completed 59% of his passes with 7.5 yards per pass attempt. Western Michigan has no experience at quarterback, and their strength was offense with a lot to fix defensively. This is really a tall task for the Chippewas against an experienced Spartan team. Broncos failed to cover 4 of 5 in the non-conference last season. We'll lay it here with Michigan State minus 21. Next up, we'll have Auburn and Baylor for you here. Here we go. Auburn and Baylor going off here on Friday night. Auburn finished 5-7 last year for head coach Hugh Freeze, who's in his third season with the school. The Tigers returned 14 starters from last year. They struggled to get the points on the scoreboard in 2024 as they averaged just under 24 points a game. They suffered an embarrassing loss to Vanderbilt, losing 17-7. Defensively, they held opponents to only 3.3 yards per rush. Baylor concluded 2024 with a mark of 8-5 for head coach Dave Aranda, who's in his 6th year at the program. The Bears returned 18 starters from last year. Baylor, after a 2-4 start this season, won 6 straight. They put up 34 points a game, 4.8 yards per rush, 8.1 yards per pass attempt. On defense, they need to improve that pass defense as they allowed 246 yards passing, 7.8 yards per pass attempt. Jackson Arnold will start a quarterback for Auburn. Arnold is a transfer from Oklahoma. He completed 62% of his passes last year, but one of those stinking duckers, just 5.8 yards per pass attempt. Sawyer Robertson gets to start a quarterback for Baylor. Robertson started for Baylor last year. 62% completion rate, 8.3 yards per pass attempt. He rushed for 4 touchdowns. You know, the Bears covered 5 of 6 at home last year. Tigers went 1-3 straight up on the road games. Baylor's experience in quarterback play the difference here. Pick here Baylor plus the 2.5 points. All right, next up, we're going to get you Georgia Tech here in Colorado. Georgia Tech in Colorado going off here on Friday night. Georgia Tech finished 7-6 a year ago for head coach Brent Key, who's in his 4th season. Yellow Jackets returned 14 starters. Georgia Tech's pass attack was good last year with 71% completion rate, 7.8 yards per pass attempt. They rushed for 4.9 yards a carry. On defense, the Yellow Jackets will have to improve in their pass defense. Colorado went 9-4 a year ago for Deion Sanders in his 3rd season. Team returns 11 starters from last year with only 3 on offense. This was an offense that produced 33 points a game, 73% completion rate. The run game has been horrible in Deion's tenure. They lost 2 key offensive players in Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Colorado showed improvement defensively, though, holding teams to 23 points a game and 57% completion rate. Opponents rushed for just 3.9 yards a carry against them. Haynes Keener will return under center for Georgia Tech. The senior completed 73% of his passes last year with 7.9 yards per pass attempt. Also a threat to run the football with 587 yards rushing, 4.7 yards a carry, 11 touchdowns. Caden Salter gets the start here for Colorado. Salter, a transfer from Liberty that completed just 56% of his passes with 7.2 yards per pass attempt. Salter is also a run threat. He rushed for 587 yards and 7 touchdowns. But you know, Salter was inaccurate playing in Conference USA. That's a massive concern here. Impact loss for Colorado. And also Deion's health problems kept him away from the team during the summer. King and the experience behind him puts a check mark on this road team. Pick here Georgia Tech -4. UNLV and Sam Houston State going off here on Friday night. UNLV went 11-3 in 2024. Den Mullen is in his first season with the school that returns 4 starters from last year. Rebels' past 2 seasons made the Mountain West title game. This was a good offensive team a year ago with 32 points a game, 5.3 yards per rush. Rebels had a downfield passing game with 8.2 yards per pass attempt. Defense held opponents to 22 points a game with 3.6 yards per rush, but this is a different team. They come off a 38-31 home victory at FCS Idaho State. It was a horrific defensive performance for Rebels. They allowed an FCS opponent 555 yards, 395 passing. Now Sam Houston 0-1 come off a 41-24 road defeat at Western Kentucky. Bearcats did gain 382 yards, 173 rushing on 31 carries. They allowed 506 yards to the Hilltoppers with 401 passing yards. Hunter Watson went 19 of 30 for 208 yards and a pick. He did rush for 91 yards and a touchdown. Anthony Calandria will get the start at quarterback for the Rebels. The Virginia transfer completed 62% of his passes, 6.6 yards per pass attempt last year. He was accurate in the opener against Idaho State, but the UNL defense here in this game is the concern, laying these points on the road. So we're going to go ahead and take Sam Houston State here at plus the 9.5. All right, up next we got Central Michigan and San Jose State. This one here for Friday night. Central Michigan went 4-8 last year. Matt Drinkle will enter his first year with the school, which returns 3 starters on offense, 7 to the defense. Chippewa struggled offensively last year, averaging 18.5 points per game with inefficient play at the quarterback position. They allowed 31 points per game with 371 yards. The defense experience lies in the front 7. San Jose State finished 7-6 in 2025 for head coach Kenyon Lolo, who is in his second year with the team. The Spartans returned 12 starters from a year ago. They led college football in pass attempts and averaged 322 yards passing, 7.5 yards per pass attempt. Defensively, they held opponents to 28 points a game. Spartans defended run well and allowed 237 yards passing per game. San Jose State was able to fill holes through the transfer portal on defense. Walker Eggett will start at quarterback. Last year with the Spartans, he completed 57% of his passes with 7.6 yards per pass attempt. Joe Labus gets to start at quarterback for the Chippewas. Labus was Central Michigan last season, completed 59% of his passes with 7 yards per pass attempt. He saw action in 6 games. Chippewas were 1-4-1 of the spread on the road last season. There is continuity, and that's the strength of the Spartans here, and that is in their offense. Chippewas lost all 6 road games last year by an average of 21.5 points a game. The Spartans averaged 37 points per game in their 6 non-conference games last year. Pick here will be San Jose State here, minus 13.5. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Lots of free picks over our channel delivered by myself as well as a team of cappers here at Tony'sPicks.com. Give us a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience when you do that. And we want to support us even more, hit that join button, become a channel member, get early access to my videos, and you'll be able to support the channel. You can apply as a capper. We're looking for cappers. Send us an email. The form's on the homepage, or you can apply with a live audition on our live morning show. Of course, remember, visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. That's where you'll find our best bets on our premium plays. You see leaderboards there showcasing top performers, and our best bets are up there ready to roll. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. And then our promo code at TonyT at checkout knocks off that 15%. The link's in the description to get signed up. That's going to do it for now. I'm Tony T, and we'll talk with you guys later.